Hello, all. Reading your comments, see what matters to you all this evening. Wait. Boy, I read that one out of context. Hello, Gary in Cameron, North Carolina. Did Sudani win? We have some very positive results to report on that one this evening. It will be a short one, but we are going to hit the news, and there is some interesting stuff in it, including some of my first leaks, thoughts, etc., from Indian nations in a while that we get to talk about quickly. Hello, Dr. Sarah. We got a great mod crew represented tonight. Hello, Rick Buck, Eeyore. Hello, Sham Bam. Hello, Hawk. I don't know about moving targets. It's going to go when it goes, but I think we're getting closer and closer to figuring that out. Yeah, Stacy got in okay. There was some confusion because of the time zone, so I was scrambled to get to the airport and then sat there quite a while. But it gave me opportunity. I worked from the cell phone today. Got a number of stories and things we've gone through and some intel that came in today to touch on because I did get the opportunity. The negative is I have to keep it short. Finally got here, got through all the crazy San Juan traffic and dropped him at a restaurant to get a bite. So I got to finish this, go pick him back up. I left him with Zester eating. Stacy was having fish and chips, but she got in great, all that. Hiccup, delays, TSA folks not where they need to be, plane, etc. But they are in, they are safe. Which is great. I am so looking forward to my time with my sister. Oh, I did. I ate a quick bite or two. I had some buffalo shrimp tacos and a quick pork rib. Tasty. That's right. Family reunion in Puerto Rico. Kathy, we're actually working on scheduling one. So I am looking forward to finishing this and then getting back to. I did get a quick chance to talk to Dr. Scott a little bit tonight. Looking forward to tomorrow. Welcome to Mercury retrograde. Excellent every time. Don't know if it's just coincidence or there's something to it, but every time it's a bear. It's manageable, but it's a bear. You're also not. No, I'm not wearing a Aggie shirt. I'm wearing the Belching Beaver Brewery shirt. I see 1967 chiming in from Edmonton. I had a couple people. I had somebody ask. I saw a number of Canadians, and one person asked, "How many people do we have from Canada?" So if you're from Canada, chime in. Let folks know. We're not going to pick on you. We're not force you into being a 51st, second, third, fourth state. You're your own people. We'd love to have you though. You're our friends. Jay Branch, Stacy is older. I'm the youngest. And unfortunately, with the passing of my younger brother, I am now the baby of the family. Ooh, that's weird. Go from kind of being the patriarch, filling a lot of those shoes, being there for everybody. And now I'm kind of both the baby and, oh, that's just weird. I went from the middle to the family. It is tough as we grow and age. Dave, do we need to wait for Iraq to get its new government together before we go? Asking for a friend, Dave. The answer would be no. But if we did have to wait, they expect to have their government formed in 2 to 3 days. So for some reason, if we had to wait, it's not the end of the world. The election went well. We will be talking about it. Richard, will you guys figure out the day and time and let me know what dish to bring? Count on some of you guys. I will, Kukla. Let her know. I just want to know who's bringing me pierogies. I haven't had a pierogi in forever. I didn't even get them when I was back in Pennsylvania. I need a pierogi. Darn, Uncle Mark. Hey, Greg, you know I got you and Rocky. Monique, can't believe I'll be 70 on Saturday. I'm looking forward to celebrating with you Saturday morning. Ladybug in Red Deer, Alberta. Green bean casserole. No, Sluggo, you're on your own. We're leaving that one for Booger. He gets all the green bean casserole that day. Yeah, night. If we only had a functioning government. Where are we at time wise? I really want to jump into it. I did not hear John Dowling today. Did anybody else? I have not had an opportunity. Well, I just don't watch other people's podcasts. Occasionally, I will something covered. Normally, may just be a back and forth, and John will send me a link. He said, "Man, you really need to check it out from this point to this point." Had a really good guest or something like that. Nice guy. I have met some really, truly great people, and some that I believe are patriots. Pay. What's a pierogi? It is a most special, special dumpling. Best way I can describe it. Oh, wait. Do Greek people make pierogies? You know I'm picking. I know they're fairly popular in the Chicago area, so I'm guessing you probably know what you're doing. 72Z. I heard Melissa Redpill had a good one. My friend of my sister's is a very big Melissa Redpill fan, so I get like regular updates. Polish. I love pierogies. Polish dumpling. I like a number of you folks chiming in. I hate to say too much about it. All I can say is they're special, and it reminds me of home. You're welcome, Laney said. Thank you for leaving Stacy to be here with us, Mark. Thank her for us. I will, and I'm looking forward to getting back to her. Bayside, I do. I love them. Janet, or Jan Metz, I should say, said, my boys are 62, not 60. Happy birthday to them. That's okay. My son looked at me tonight. He was, wait, how old am I? And I had to tell him. He was doing the math. I've never had a Scottish or Scotland's dumplings. Tuna patties. Yeah, I've had them. Do not like them. Do not like them. My grandfather liked them. Oh, I am glad you posted that, Kukla and Mods. I saw Booger posting this earlier. There are many people in need. It is not a huge amount of money, but is a meaningful amount when they can help you. It might be a turkey, might be the sides. You may not be able to afford a Thanksgiving dinner at all. Kukla's Corner, the Helping Hands, they are helping folks with Thanksgiving around the corner. If you want to give a little help, feel free to donate. If you need that help, reach out, mztideeyes@gmail.com. On the screen is the email that sends you directly to Kukla and that fund. She's 100% responsible for it. She does a great job with it. If you want to help, feel free to help, knowing you're going to be helping a lot of people that are suffering. Ideally, we get this before then, but just in case. I mean, they helped so many people last Thanksgiving, this year. I mean, just in general. Salmon patties, those are a little better. Somebody said heavy chemtrails in Tampa today. I had a couple of people check in from Virginia Beach and said they were absolutely nuts with chemtrails today. Ernest, I appreciate you. Ernest, did I ever tell you that is my grandfather's name? That is what theoretically I was supposed to be named. My grandfather pushed hard. Ernie. His name was Ernest Eugene. That's where I got my middle name, Eugene. But that was the threat. They were going to name me exactly that name. I was going to be an Ernest Eugene. I was going to be an Ernie. Although it would have been kind of cool with a Z for last one. I could have just been easy. Ha ha. I see a Canadian checking in. Secret identity. I'm not into fish patties. I prefer just a good old piece of fish. Excellent. Perogis are potato dumplings filled with potato cheese, traditionally boiled or fried in butter, onions, bacon. Oh, they're just so stinking good. I think of it as like a big gnocchi, like a fried gnocchi. Faith, I don't have it on the computer. If somebody has it, mods, if you have a link for the debate with Lewis, please share it. Although it's probably on his website. You probably just go to Herms for Cali and watch it there. Patriot, someone on Mike's show earlier today said you said next week. Yeah, I don't know the timing. No matter how many somebody claims it. Am I hopeful? I'm exceptionally hopeful. All right, let's get into it. I need to hit the news. We got a number of stories to get to. Oh, before I forget, Bill, I forgot to mention this morning. I meant to. He had asked a question about cocoa nibs, cacao, cocoa. Basically, it is crushed or ground cocoa beans. Very bitter, tastes like dark chocolate with no sweetening. The flavonoids, the material in it, it has become very popular to add that to your coffee. It'll give it a bitter chocolate taste to your coffee, but it greatly stimulates a couple of things. Your human growth hormone that you naturally create, it sends it through the roof, highly stimulates it, and it also stimulates your body to make stem cells. The science behind this one is really cool. Mr. Bill had asked, he wanted to know what they were, the cacao nibs. There is a lot of get into the science, what's in it. A lot of biohackers are using this to help them heal faster, recover, and age slower. Somebody had asked, I just wanted to include that. He had seen it over at the Mr. Heal's site or Freedom. I think it's Freedom Forged is where it was at. All right, now let's get to it. I love the nibs. They are so good. You can just put them like they are, kind of like if you ate an espresso bean. It's a similar texture. Sprinkle them on some pudding, on some ice cream, some kind of good. All right, let's get past that one. Let's go to Iraq. Let's do the news. Before we do the news, I had another one right before we started to check in. There's some extreme optimism coming from two Indian tribe contacts, two different tribes. One of them made the comment over the weekend. I just wanted to leave it there because I didn't know what to take. Said that they expected to be funded late this week, which is the week we're in. Whether it happens or not, guys, stay calm. We're going to watch, see if it does. Then I had another one. We had another one check in just today with similar expectations. Basically, well, I shouldn't say similar expectations, simply saying that, let me read the wording. Said that the Indian nation payments are imminent. That is, yeah, boy, whew, I wrote that down about as crappy as I could get it. Didn't spell that right, but so hearing from two different Indian contacts, two different tribes, saying they expected payment late this week, which kind of fit with one or two groups. Now, whether we see it, stay calm, but it is one of the first cracks we've seen in a while on that front. And then another one saying payment imminent. Bond side, guys, I am batting zero right now on that front, getting any responses. And I want to give a health update. I'm going to turn the news banner back on in a second. Just don't want it to distract from this one. Got an update on Dr. Rich. Just got the procedure done, to close off the bleeding. Remember, I told you that in order to get rid of the clots, had bleeding in one of the lungs. So the surgery went well. He's back in his room. He still has his tube in, I assume breathing tube or something, and is out of it. Another procedure tomorrow to clean up what is left in the lungs from that bleeding. But so far, it went well. He is stable. He is resting. Just your update on that one. All right, let's go back to the news time. Let's go to Iraq. Election results in Baghdad. Reconstruction Coalition first. Why is this important? That's Soudani. So his coalition finishes first. Progress Party second. State of Law third. It's my understanding Progress Party is also putting their support behind Soudani. So that is State of Law, kind of different. We can get into that. And over the coming days, we probably will, as they are forming their new government. Keep in mind that the existing government is in party until the new one takes over in January, if I understand it correctly. So fantastic results for us and Iraq and Soudani, and honestly, pushing for supportive of RV. Now, we do have a couple of pieces. One in particular we're going to get to that talks about exchange rate. And the bank saying, oh, no, wait a minute. I know we've seen articles. There's a lot out there, but we have no intention of changing it. Things are great right now. We're not doing anything. Stay calm. Reminds me of China the day before they revalued and Kuwait the day they revalued. They both said the same thing. Iraq Sudani secures a major victory in the general election. Sources close to the prime minister say it's dominating the news. We even have Reuters saying coalition led by Iraqi Prime Minister Sudani comes first in the Iraq's election commission says. Trounced everything Maliki was trying to show them. The short of that, Sunnis came out top, then the Shiites, and then the Kurds. If you just look at number of seats. Very positive for RV related news on that front. The party that is pushing hard to adjust value, support value, and grow infrastructure and to limit Iran is who won. Political understanding between the powers will not take any longer. This is what I was referencing. They are looking to form that government in days, rapidly. New government, let's see, said the emergence of the new government in Iraq likely to be rapid, pointing out the understanding between political forces will not take any more time. In other words, they have worked this out ahead of their alliances, and it has gone swimmingly so far. And those are the results. The prime minister, the next phase aims to crystallize a new government capable of representing programs. We're going to go back to here with that Reconstruction Coalition. That is your big news. They are ready to move forward at a much increased pace after that victory. They have the support of the people. They have the political will of the people or of the elected officials. It went exceptionally well. Now, this is the article I was talking about, and this really is shades of Kuwait and shades of China at their last revaluation. A source explains no adjustment to the exchange rate. The central bank continues to defend it. In other words, we know that there's a lot of chatter out there. Stay calm. We're not adjusting it anytime soon. That's what they're telling us. Exactly what they're supposed to tell us. I took that one as a very solid piece of news. Let me catch up to what you all are talking about for a minute before we finish a little bit of world news and I get back to scoop my sister from a restaurant. Beardo, no fresh news on prosperity programs, but I will make myself a note for tomorrow morning. And I will reach out to one of my contacts. She pretty well up the chain on the Omega ones. So I'll see if they're hearing anything or being told anything. Somebody looking for a Sassy update. Did you haven't seen anything about Sassy? Kukla has been keeping us pretty up to date on Sassy and how she's feeling. Somebody had mentioned that there was a possible Sassy sighting at one point, but I don't think that's accurate. What is a good 100% organic cacao? If you want the nibs, I know just where to send you. From a grower that I know personally. And it's all natural. No chemicals, no craziness. A family, a Christian family. Let's see. Okay, Mark, with everything that just came out from the CBI, they can't wait long. Speculators will be jumping if they do. No, they're going to need to move pretty quickly. Please address changing zeros. Many think it affects us. A lot of confusion. Rafe, I've covered that one so many times. It's painful. I just want to jump off a cliff when you ask. Nothing against you, but it's like I cover it every day. Shortly, or in the cliff notes, the changing of the zeros. We even shared a link today from Shabibi from 2011. Shabibi talks about it. They lift the purchasing power. They issue new bills, lower denominations, and then they take the big zero bills out of circulation after everybody exchanges them. It has been their plan from the beginning, from the man that created it. He even said he could justify high teens for a value, and he broke down all the math for us. But he has said it. Sudani said it. They lift the purchasing power and then remove the big notes after introducing the small notes. There's your clip notes on that one. Kukla with a Sassy update. Sassy doing much better. She was in this morning's podcast to say hello. Told you we had a sighting this morning. Happy Hound. Stacy will probably join in at some point. Um, she told me she doesn't have any intention of doing a podcast tomorrow and joining us. We got Andy, so that probably works out. But I'm going to try to get her to at least come in and wave at everybody. Let's see. Hard thinking, hard head. Mark, there's a fellow online that says we're actually in the middle of Jacera. I would like to know your opinion if that's true. I very much think we're in the beginning of Jacera and Nacera. One of the things that I use as what I consider evidence is the number of people that have had their loans, mortgages, credit cards, different things removed, canceled, paid in full. We've had mortgages, 190, 200,000 just disappear. Hey, no, here's your title. You're done. It's paid. They didn't pay anything. We've had people with $20,000, $30,000 loans gone, done, paid for. And it is my belief, and I've heard it from one person that claims to be very attached to the Nasser Jacera White Hats, that it is to see how people will behave. In other words, if they give a larger sum of money, let's say that Mr. C is correct, and they give us all of our money back from federal income taxes, what are people going to do with it? Are they going to be responsible? They're going to go blow it? How long is it going to last? It is very much my opinion that they have been testing the system. Don't know who that person that said that one. No update on Larry is the update on Larry. Let's see. Maybe Stacy Z's in the middle of vacation, right, D. Rogers? That's exactly what's going on. She is in the middle of vacation, and good for her. Patricia, I love that. They need to test that theory on my mortgage. How many of you folks are willing to step up and offer to be the test rabbits? West Side Flying Squirrel, wish they tested on my car note. Okay. Well, they missed my loans. I'm seeing you guys' comment. Just wanted to see what you guys were thinking. All right, I need to go quickly and get them scooped up. Leaked emails reveal how Jeffrey Epstein and Israeli officials built an African surveillance state. We're talking about a treasure trove of documents, emails, government documents, etc. I think it's going to be really hard after this drop to convince us that he wasn't an intelligence asset. This is going to get things moving. KMK, wait, me? Did they test it on you? I'm not. That's right. No, test it on me. I'm willing. Laney, I'll get you that link. Ooh, before I forget, there is a big White House dinner going on this evening with some key people from JP Morgan, some key people from NASDAQ, some of the trading sites going on. Could it be? Could they be discussing value changes or resets? We do know, matter of fact, I think the first one I saw report it was Newsmax. Give me a minute. Let me do a little quick search. Yeah, here it is. So we do know that Trump's to dine with Wall Street CEOs at the White House on Wednesday tonight. That's being reported yesterday. So that might be something to watch. Could be absolutely unrelated, but I do find the timing interesting with what we have going on right now. All right, where are we at? Okay, we were talking about that one. I will go deeper on this when I have a little bit more time in a podcast. Breaking points on drop sites, Epstein files, unpack our new reports on Epstein ties to Israeli intelligence, including a top spy who lived for weeks in his Manhattan mansion and Epstein surveillance deals in Cote d'Ivoire, African nation. In other words, some between whistleblowers and white hat hackers. We now have a treasure trove of information with him working with Israeli intelligence in the U.S., establishing an African surveillance state. I think this is going to bust things wide open. It's going to make a lot of things very clear. Another thing I want to touch on in the coming days, prosecutors reveal a trove of evidence in Minnesota lawmaker murder mystery. Remember the guy over here? Lance Boltler, I believe. Well, it's all of him, but how he was tied to Tim Walz, but he was also evangelical conservative, supposedly. He is claiming in back and forth, according to this story, back and forth messages, calls, voice, text, you name it, with the Blaze Media, talking about it was not his goal to murder. Things just went totally wrong. He's claiming he's innocent of murders, but things still just went wrong. He was planning on, because of their voting, he was planning on doing a citizen's arrest, and it just went sideways. At least this is some of the early. We're going to dive into this because if it is a crazed right winger, we need to acknowledge that and acknowledge some of the craziness. Same time, he's got some very interesting ties to Tim Walz. But there's one thing that I do not want us to do that the left does. I do not want us to put our head in the sand like an ostrich and pretend that our side is perfect. When we have an issue, I want us to deal with it, acknowledge it, not sweep it under the rug and say, "Well, it's okay because they do it." No, we need to hit these things square between between the eyes and deal with them. So that is a subject. I know it may be uncomfortable for some of you guys, but I really want to dive into as we learn more about it. I'm glad you chimed in. Manhattan born is pronounced Cote d'Ivoire. Richard, I got tickets at dinner, but they revoked them after my $10 check was rejected. Not enough, not nearly enough zeros. I'm with you, Ted. I want a bunch of arrests. Lots of smiles. I'm going to work on that in just a second. It means I have to ignore you folks while I look for that one. Give me just a minute. Ah, there it is. That was easy. That was easy. It's over at Freedom Forged. And this one will take you straight to my link, so you get like discount. And it'll say it at the top of it, so you'll know you got the right place. It'll say shopping with the original MarkZ at the top. I don't know if you can see it. That is the link over at freedomforged.coffee. Yeah, why would a right winger be mad at a vote that screwed Democrats? Triple daughter, you're paying attention. Exactly. He was mad at two Democrat lawmakers who had jumped ship and voted against the Democrats. This is what's being pitched by mainstream media. God, you guys pay more attention than anybody else out there. Karen, you must have a Staples Easy, but I do have one, but it's in North Carolina on my desk. I need to bring it down here. I love that button. That was easy. Lily Pad sharing what we were talking about. Top U.S. business executives attend a private dinner at the White House with President Trump tonight. New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, JP Morgan, BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs. I hope they're just there for a rest. They think they're going for a lobster, a humidor, lobster thermidor, whatever it's called. And they're leaving in jumpsuits. That would make my day. Hello, Barry in Toronto, Canada land. Good to see you in the house. All right, guys, I need to wrap it. Go get everybody picked up. Danny, I don't know if it'll go before Thanksgiving, but I'm feeling really good that there is a lot of potential. I think Nader, what did he say, December 8th or something like that? Anybody? You sound off. Y'all talk about it. I got to go. The taxi is being requested. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody. Tomorrow should be a pretty normal day. It may be worst case. It may be Dr. Scott with Zester tomorrow night, depending on what my sister wants to do. Keeping in mind that it's also his aunt that's in town. Jillian, thank you for that. I don't know how to be anybody else. Drive some people crazy, but Patsy, okay, he mentioned December 8th. I thought that was right. All right, folks, I appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you in the morning. Remember, we have Andy Shetman tomorrow. He is committed to tomorrow morning with us. So kind of like a Wednesday on a Thursday. See you guys tomorrow morning.